Quick note, I'm going to change the format of Touching Grass slightly. We're going to do it in this sequence: climbing gym, retro gaming, outside adventure, and then a more modern game. I really don't have a choice but to do it with game footage this week due to injury, but I think this will make it a little more interesting from time to time. So, let's get into it. So, what is a forever game? At its core, a forever game is a title that goes beyond its initial release window and maintains a significant level of relevance, playability, and enjoyment for years, if not decades. It's a game that people consistently return to, discover anew, or continue to discuss, even as technologies and trends evolve. It's not just about the sales numbers at launch, but about its enduring qualities, cultural impact that sustain player engagement. There are two types of forever games. Personal forever games. These are games that, as individuals, we return to. Maybe it's for nostalgia, our favorite game as a child, a game that perfectly captures the mood we're seeking, or it's just endless replayability for our own reasons. It might not be a huge blockbuster, but it's your comfort game, your go-to. And then we have communal forever games. These are games that have achieved a widespread collective agreement on their enduring qualities and relevance. They maintain a massive active player base and are consistently discussed across forums and social media, inspiring new content and continue to sell copies long after their release. They often become benchmarks or inspiration for new titles. So let's talk about that second type of forever game first. One of my favorite parts about this game is the setting itself. Not so much the cyberpunk aesthetic of it. I really do love that aesthetic, but the city, the world itself. There are very few games where we can say that the world is a character unto itself, but Night City really feels alive. It's not necessarily the hundreds, if not thousands, of NPCs that are walking around or the cars that are driving down the street. It's just something about this place feels alive. It feels like an actual city. Like, just recently I was playing and I was pretty sure I was walking in the Glen. Didn't have my car on me for some reason, so I was just walking on the sidewalk as a pedestrian. Looked over to the right, and there is this Delamain billboard. I never noticed that billboard before, ever. It was animated, and I was like, maybe I should call my Delamain, which I then called my Delamain. When we're talking about communal forever games, what we mean is games that almost everybody in the gaming community agrees is a forever game. Clearly, not everybody's going to agree, but it's a widespread agreement. There are a few that jump to mind. For instance, Minecraft. This might be the ultimate forever game, a sandbox game with endless creativity. Once a friend and I attempted to create the entirety of Zelda's castle in it. It took us nearly a month. We got done with a lot of it, but we eventually just gave up on it. Then there's the Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. Never mind they re-released this game 7 to 15 times, but there was a reason for that. Oblivion set a bar, and then Skyrim pole vaulted well past it. It laid the framework for just about all open world fantasy games, and to this day, we still find new things to do in it. GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online. This continues to be a bestseller years after its release. Look, I'm not a GTA fan, but I won't discredit its impact either. And then there's WoW. This game has been around for nearly 2 decades. It followed a lot of what EverQuest did, which, by the way, is still going, but WoW really had some sticking power. Tetris, the quintessential timeless puzzle game. Simple, addictive, universally understood. It's been remade and re-released across every platform imaginable for almost 40 years. Doom, the 1993 version. This isn't just a historical footnote. People still actively play, mod, and speedrun this today. And lastly, there's Final Fantasy VII. More than just an RPG, it was the first AAA game, setting a very high bar for epic stories, memorable characters, and a death that still haunts us today. One of my favorite parts about this game is the Johnny Silverhand flashbacks. I mean, first of all, his reload animation is badass. There's no other way to say it. And he just literally blows people up. But my favorite part about it is his theme song, especially when the cello comes in, when it's a little bit slower, you're not in fights or anything, and then a fight happens, the cello fades away, and you get that hard rock. Like, God, these parts of the game are just so damn cool. There are so many other communal forever games, I simply can't name them all here. But keep in mind, these are just the communal ones. They're not my personal favorites. They may not even be your personal favorites. Honestly, I've never been a GTA fan. Never really got into Doom, and touched on WoW, but it just didn't stick with me. But I can't take away what these games have done and what they mean for the ethos of the gaming community. Now, I know we all have our favorite games. They may not be the most popular, but sometimes the game just sticks with you. Unlike soulmates, you can have more than just one forever game. Typically it's a single player game that just whisks you away and makes you forget about life. I've got a fair amount of them, so let me talk about a few of them. First and foremost, the Final Fantasy game that everybody loves to hate, Final Fantasy VIII. It's the best one, and I will die on that hill. The world lays out a stage for an interesting cast of characters. The characters are also relatable, especially when it came out. I was about their age, so it was very easy to relate to them. Cyberpunk 2077. Even at launch, this game sucked me in. I couldn't get away from it. It wasn't just a game, it opened up an entire universe for me, and I still play it to this day. Stardew Valley. Now this is definitely a communal one, taking inspiration from Harvest Moon and doing it right, many would say. By the way, I'm a penny kind of guy. And then there's Harvestella. This game got a really bad rap, but there's just something so damn charming about it. I love almost everything about the game. Well, those are some of the more modern day ones, but what about those older ones? Well, there's Sonic CD. I can't find anything to hate about this game. It is, in my opinion, the very pinnacle of the 2D Sonic games. And lastly, there's Transistor. I will sing the praises of this game to the end of time. The impact it had on me was... I really can't put it into words. Of course, there are more, but there's only so much we can list off in so much time. This isn't a tier list. This is just some of my favorites. So there's like a million different builds you can do in Cyberpunk 2077, or maybe there's like 100. I don't know, but I've always been partial to swords and just blades in general. In most games that I play, actually, these things they're overpowered. If you haven't done a blade build in Cyberpunk, you should definitely do it. You'll have a fantastic time. I mean, you cut off somebody's arm and that ends the fight. It could be one swing, arm gone, fight over. And actually, it makes the Atom Smasher fight at the end of the game really, really easy. Who knew he was going to be weak to blades, right? We all play games for some reason. For the story, for the world, to connect with other people, or just to escape. Whatever the reason is, some games just stick with us long past their due dates. So let me know your forever game in the comments, and why. There are no wrong answers here. If you enjoy content like this, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. It helps out more than you can imagine. Also, the Kickstarter was launched last weekend, so if you want to support me through there with my current project, Vita, the Ember Oracle, and help me provide more content like this, head on over there. Also, Vita, Rift of a Nation is on sale on Steam. You can also follow me at Instagram at desert.tsunami for nearly daily updates. So, until next time, keep playing and wait a minute. We can't really keep active this week. I'm literally sitting here playing a game. So, just go find your forever game and keep playing it. Bye for now.